pulling up, black windows once you go down. You must be crazy if you think that I'ma slow down. But wanna hear it talking shit, fuck the drama. Keep it coming, I'ma send you to your mama. Mr. Whip, whip, get the gun down. Dropping bodies.
Hey everyone, being a fine figure here. Today we will be unboxing the Mcfarlane Toys DC Multiverse Knightfall Batman versus Bane. So this is the famous, I guess you can recreate the famous scene from the Knightfall storyline in which Bane breaks Batman's back and puts him out of commission for a while. And this is exciting because this will be my third actual own Knightfall figure, Batman figure. I'm psyched also for the fact that I missed out on the first Bane. So I finally got a good Bane. I did have that other Build-A-Figure Bane that I don't know, I just wasn't into it. So I ended up just getting rid of it and was hoping that they eventually make one. And Mcfarlane did. He did have that single release deluxe figure. I tried to play the little long game on it, and which was a mistake because by the time I realized how popular it got, or I was, I ended up missing out on it, and I was never going to pay those aftermarket prices on it. So this is exciting that I finally get a Bane. I actually prefer this version than the other one, but just by looking at it right now. And again, another Knightfall Batman, a beat-up Batman. So as we do here on the channel, we are going to just hop right in and get this figures out of the box, and I will be right back. All right, so before we move on to the figures, this is pretty exciting because this is actually the nice looking backdrop of an image of one of the scenes in the comic book, and this is great that Mcfarlane finally gave us a usable backdrop. I think this might be the second one that I can remember off the top of my head. Because usually either the card or the stands that come with it are usually on a plastic, glued onto it. So when you get them off, obviously you ruin it. But this is actually pretty cool because you can use this. You can use this, especially for you photographers out there, like myself that I don't have yet to get my hands on a good diorama for my figures. Been just shopping around. This is good. I can use this for, it doesn't necessarily have to be Batman. I can do it from multiple figures because after all, it's mine, so I can do whatever I want. So I thought I threw that in there that at least we finally got a good backdrop that comes with the figures that you can actually use. All right, now that the figure are out of the packaging, we will quickly go over the accessories. This time we are going to go over Batman first. And then we'll leave Bane for last because it is my first Bane, so I want to be able to take my time with it and go over it. Now, the cards, even the 2-packs from Mcfarlane usually come with multiple trading cards or data file cards for each figure. This one's only come with one. It's a shareable one. Obviously, it's the same image of Bane breaking Batman's back, and a little story there in the back about the fight between them there. And nice image, and of course they use the same backdrop that we just got with the dinosaur in it, which I think is pretty cool. But only one card this time with this 2-pack. Now Batman also comes with the Mcfarlane stand, the DC logo on it, a little hockey puck looking stand, and he does come with a few accessories. He does come with 2 extra fists, which is always great, and he comes with these I guess choke hands or grip hands or I'm going to rip you apart hands. And then he does come with one little boomerang, which I don't know how effective this boomerang would have been against Bane. It is on the small size compared to others. And now I know in the past I've complained about the size of some of the other and how big they are. But man, meet us halfway. Give us a decent looking one for this one. And doesn't really look like a Batarang. It doesn't. I guess when they don't, I always prefer the little bat shape middle there at the top. But hey, I got tons of these around, so I can always move them around. Now, this is the third Batman I own. It's actually the fourth in the line of the Knightfall. I did have that last year San Diego Comic-Con one, but I wasn't too crazy about the shading that they did on it and stuff like that. So I was like, eventually we'll probably come up with another one. So I ended up, it went away to a home, somebody that would appreciate it a lot more. And I'm kind of glad because now I actually have those same colors on these with this one. And obviously it's the first, it's a repaint of the original one. They did added some, cool effects, I guess. The blood in the mouth. He does have some shading around the eyes. I think it's part of the costume, I guess. And then, of course, over here, too, it's got a little shading. The face, it's different compared to the other ones. So it is a different head sculpt compared to the other Knightfall versions, but the body sculpt on it is the same thing, all the way down to the fist, which is, I'll bring those in because that's what I usually display mine with the fist. And of course, you get all these little rip and tear up effects all over the body, which I think is cool. They should have added a few in the back, but it's actually cool. There is some sort of shading, I guess, on the belt. It's a nice little touch. It's not too bad. I'm not a fan of huge face shading there. And of course, everything else, it is the same. And the other different is this nice cape. It feels like the same material they use for the Tokyo, Platinum Tokyo version, Batman, Skydive Batman that I have. It feels almost the same, and they used a little better wiring. So this is a nice, durable cape. I'm digging it. Of course, it'll come in handy rather than the plastic moldy cape that we had with the original releases, especially because everybody out there is recreating that scene or putting it in different things. So this is actually pretty cool that they actually went the whole extra mile and gave us not just a little cloth cape, but a nice one. Because this material, it's nice. I mean, you can feel it. You can hear it. It's that good material that they use. And of course, you get the nice metallic like blue on the back and then dark in front, which is actually pretty cool. And again, if you put them side by side with the other release, they're the same. I mean, I do like that the bat signal. I just noticed that now that I got them side by side, it's a lot longer. It's like thinner, kind of, not as oval, and then it just stretches out a little bit more across the chest, which is actually good. And then obviously these feel like a molded piece. This one here is painted on. So I would have preferred them go with that molded piece. That extra piece on it would have been good. It would have been a great addition to this one. But I guess because of all the shading that they did and all the other stuff, it would have been just easier or cheaper, I guess, in a way, because they went ahead and put on a better cape. That this is the way to go. But I do prefer this, especially this one's nice. But that's just painted on. So, but again, same sculpt. The head is just a different part of it. As you can see, the mouthpiece is all different. But other than that, it's all the same figure. But again, it is great. So I am glad I got another version, and actually a good version that you can do a before and after. I wished we could get this colors regular on another Knightfall, which I'm pretty sure sooner or later we might see it. But for now, it looks pretty good, and we will see what it looks like later on. I'll be posting some pictures of it on Instagram, so stay tuned for that. Now on to Bane himself, and Bane, just like the figure, also comes with its own hockey puck stand, which for sometimes these figures doesn't really need them because the feet and it is heavy, but they do a good job as far as standing up, because he does have the big feet and the wide legs. And of course, he does come with an extra set of hands. He comes with the open hands, grip hands, and then he comes with an extra set of fists. Finally, not too many deluxe deluxe figures come with fist or open hands from Mcfarlane Toys, which is always a miss when it comes to certain figures, because then you always have to have a generic pose. I dropped the other fist. Let me see where the hell it is. All right, so I got my hands on the other fist. And yeah, so this is good to have at least open hands and fist on a deluxe figure. For the money, I mean, you expect at least to get a little bit off. More accessories than just that, than nothing really on most of these. So let me adjust this, because this is a pretty big figure here. Maybe I should just move back. First time owning this version of Bane. I did have that Nightmare, whatever, built a figure from like 4 years ago, and it just didn't look right on the shelf, so I ended up selling it. So again, I'm glad I got this one. I like the colors of it. It kind of matches. It goes great with Batman with the blue. I like the fact that the hoses are actually metallic and not colored, because it looks a lot better this way. And man, that whole proportion, look at the legs and the upper body. I mean, it's incredible. The mask, a lot better than that other version that I had. It just looks pretty accurate to the storyline. And again, you got that bendable rubber there. And yeah, it doesn't really hinder. A little bit there, but you know, nobody turns their head all the way to the back. But yeah, and then he's got all these, I guess that was done intentionally, the painting on the mask. I could see that. I think it was, other than that, yeah, it looks really good. And then he's got all that torso, look at that big old chest. He's got, I guess, hairy elbows, but not hairy arms. And then hairy, yeah, I mean, I should have just, I'd have to go back to see, and that's what the actual look. But it does, I mean, it looks good. I wish they would have just, I don't know, his forearms or something, I guess, are not hairy enough. But yeah, I like all this dark, like, that. I don't know if that's meant to be like the poison in his body, but I kind of like it. He looks dirty. And then, yeah, in the back too, and now you can see his spine, like the bones, I guess, from his spine coming out. That's a nice touch there. And then, of course, he's got the nice metallic belt with, I guess he also has, I don't know what those are for, what those could that be holding, or maybe that's just because he's a big guy, he needs a big belt. He's got his military tactical pants, little cargo pockets there. And then he's got the old boots laced up. And I prefer, this is actually good. I wish they could have like find a way to make it go all the way up, but I guess this is supposed to be patches over it. But yeah, I mean, does it, the line, it's like, I don't know, I guess crooked. I mean, I guess it's meant to be, I thought it actually went down the side of his body. I'm gonna have to go back. This one here makes sense, and then it jumps over here. So I don't know if it was meant to go through the front of his knees and stuff because of the patch, you can't see it, but I guess we're gonna have to imagine that it did. And like these, a lot, like all the deluxes, they're all single jointed. This one here, as you can see, you don't really get much on it on either one. This one's a little stiff. There it is. But I guess for the pose, you really don't need much. But he does have double jointed knees. So, and it's actually very sturdy. It's not bent. Well, here is a little loose, but it's heavy. I can see this part just being too heavy for the joint here. Let's see what kind of movement you get on his head. So you get a nice, straighten him up. Yeah, you do got some nice movement down. Let's go up again, or let me go back a little. There we go. So you get some movement there, and actually not too bad. I mean, it is what it is, but it could be worse. And again, he's got the nice detail on the back where all the mask there, his oxygen, I guess, or his poison goes into his back of his brain. Then it shoots down his arm. I don't know, some of the other figures have him having two, I guess, but I don't remember. But yeah, this is actually pretty cool. And this is a really big figure. And I was gonna match him up. Well, it's like little bits of that silver coming out of the figure. I don't know what the hell that is. I was gonna match him next to, obviously he is a big figure. I was actually gonna match him up, compare him next to Colossus, but I had gotten rid of the Marvel Select Colossus, and I just recently got that reissued 2-pack. But I do have another deluxe figure I can match him up with. And here he is next to the Blob, and wow, he is really big. He is very tall, so he has to be at least, I guess, 9 inches tall. Let's see how another stuck next to this, the movie Venom. Yeah, he is pretty big, so I'm excited. This is pretty cool. I've been waiting for this. Let me get that out of the way. And of course, you can do, I mean, too bad that the colors are a little bit off, but I mean, the height on it is incredible. Even against that Batman. I mean, that's a big boy. Now I can see. But yeah, this is exciting. I'm glad I got my hands on it. Stay tuned to my Instagram because I will be posting pictures of it soon. But this is incredible. It is a great 2-pack. It is a great addition to the Knightfall line. And now with Robin, he's here somewhere. Probably in the case somewhere. I haven't put him up yet. And he's going to look great. So, thanks as always, guys, for tuning in to the channel. Hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, please subscribe or hit that notification. And as always, continue to support each other. Continue to be a fine figure. And I will see you later.